your boy Frank's Forecast here, and today we have an exciting video. We had a request in the comments say, is PLTY a good ETF? And today we're going to discuss whether or not it's worth it, whether it's doing good, it's doing bad, the dividend frequency, right? So if it's weekly, monthly, and then see if it's going to appreciate or depreciate, right? So that means there's an underlying stock, which is PLTR, and we're going to see if it's on the road to success, or if we're going to have like a pullback, right? And we're also going to go over cost per share versus the dividend payment, right? Disclaimer, this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. This is not any kind of financial advice. Please invest your money at your own risk. Do me a favor and hit that like button and the subscribe button. It helps out the channel tremendously. Thank you. And we're going to go from year to date, and then so this one's not doing too shabby. It was at 94, 95 around there, February 18th, and we're currently now at 60, right? So from the time from there, it is about like $34, give or take. It did go down quite a bit, but it's kind of consolidating. So this is like support. So this is a pretty good entry point. Not financial advice, but it does look pretty solid. It has a high support, and this is a decent way to get in here. It's a pretty good mark to get in. And then so 78 is the highest. So it kind of just stays the same, right? Let's say you buy right here, you'll probably have like a light on share. So it stays from like 60 to 62. So it's not really like growing essentially. It's just kind of like staying in the middle, which is what you want for an ETF, just because if it doesn't have enough premium option, it does take it out of the actual NAV itself. And then so that's like the actual ETF. So like it would appreciate over time, but this one's not really doing too shabby. And then we're gonna go to PLTRY, right? This is the underlying stock, and this is the one that's gonna dictate whether or not it's gonna go up or not. So let's go ahead and look at that one. So this one, I do know that it shot up tremendously from year to date, right? This is just growing up, it's shooting up, and this is good. If the stock itself is going up, that means everything else will correspond with it. Right, and then look, as you can tell, the two graphs are very similar here, and I think we're having a little pullback, and then it's gonna continue to start climb, slowly. But this is good. This is like a head and shoulders, which is bearish, but it's holding up pretty good. It's not dipping under support. So this one's probably gonna shoot up again to like 180. It's gonna retest that resistant levels, but it's not looking too shabby. So now what we gotta do is we gotta look at the payouts, right, that they've been having. So. Alright, let's go ahead and look at the PLTY. We already know we're looking at the dividend X dates. So that would be August 14th, July 17th. Okay, so from this data, it is showing me that it is a monthly dividend payer, right? And then so look at the amounts here. So for July we had $2.56. We have $3.26, and this one's kind of volatile, right? It fluctuates a lot. But look at the last dividend payment. That's $7.49, right? And that's per share. So let's say you invest $1,000, right? And the current price is like 60 with like 34 cents, right? By 6.54 divided by 60.54, right? So you have $1,000 invested. This is the cost per share on PLTY, and that would give you 16 shares with 16.51 shares, right? And then you multiply that by the current dividend, which should be 7.49 times 7.49, and that will give you $123 a month, right? Monthly. So let's say that's not too bad actually. That's actually pretty good. And then you know what? That's just how much you get monthly, and then we're gonna see how all that would work into like a dividend calculator. No. Alright, you get a share price of 60.63, dividend amount 4.23, that's average for the past year, right? You have some that are up over 7 and some under like $3, so that's gonna be our average. 4-week payer, dividend growth rate is 5%, just because it could go up, and it is going up slowly. Share price per growth is, I just put 2% because it's not really moving up. It's kind of just have a stable support. And then extra investment would be this 124 monthly, right? And then so let's go ahead and calculate that. So like this would be the end price. So you invest $1,000, 16 shares per those 1,000. and then the dividend share is 4.23 average monthly, and then you get a yield percent of 83.7, and then yield cost 85.24. Annual yield is 2,100 on top of your actual your initial balance, so that will leave you at 4,634. And all this it compounds, so when you start, you do have 16 shares, and you now have 75 at the end. I mean, and this one is pretty good. Just the actual price itself is not going down too much, just because POTR is doing pretty good. It is increasing slowly, and I can see that one going up even longer in the future. So, yeah, I mean, we had a guy request it, and he's right. This one does look pretty good. It does look really, really good. Because look at the dividend payments. They're 7.5, 2.5, 3, 3, 7, 4, 5, 5, 5. So the medium range is like $4 per share monthly. You actually have pretty good pretty good income on this. So I mean, not too bad. Not too bad, guys. But yeah, I mean, that's it for today's video, guys. If you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you guys are new, subscribe so I can do more rates on these dividends. But alright, then, guys, have a good one. See you later. Peace.